Yes, Igbo for Hinibia Bagana ha. And a wakwaji asase one crying. And all establishing a kingdom ewa kra. And a map for tag me. We a video cry na comment section ho and a claimant on can wasem. Then I'm a maker. Se gaman che bet na ho. Emma obia beji asase one a kingdom. Na wa establish kingdom ewa ne kingdom mua. Send your one lie. I don't know by one Kumasi. Uncle yes, I will tune for or tick or corso, a quenaso. I don't know about one quayana or one quayendi, anatamale. I don't know Uncle Wa, Boligatanga, Naga manche, Asaseso, and Okoye. And I'm present mamma on your baby, present mamma on your day. Where are him? Se gaman chebet na wama your friend say obia begina sa say establish a kingdom na dachi ono no abeko asase ho a say omo am lie nkranfo lie. This is chieftaincy issue. We gaman chadwuma munja president mahama no humi so ye bibi fa ho fine ubetima kwa ye we wotumfo asante mamu ubetima ko ye we e woga your friend say ya na anim na sa ase so ubetima kwa yewe gonja land. Yes, Igbo for Hinibia Bagana ha. And a wakwaji asase one crying. And all establishing a kingdom ewa kra. And a map for tag me. We a video cry na comment section ho and a claimant on can wasem. Then I'm a maker. Se gaman che bet na ho.
If you look around the world, apart from in Virginia, they have Igbo village in Virginia. They created it by putting the antiques, the antiquities of Igbo there. You can come there, kind of archive of Igbo. But I'm creating Igbo village, which has never happened in the history of the world among the Igbos in the world. By, as I'm talking to you, I've acquired 50 acres of land. That is 250 plus of land along the Flower Road. That is at Old Ningo area. By along that road, it's right on the road. I acquired 250 plus of land. My reason of acquiring this land is to build Igbo village in Ghana. I call it Amandi Igbo in Ghana. We'll build a village where we're gonna build the palace of Igbo there, a huge palace. We'll build Igbo town hall there with about 2,000 capacity chairs and 100 rooms guest house. The essence of this guest house is most of the times our governors and our Igbo great leaders do come to Ghana. You know, they always go with their entourage. If they come to Ghana, their entourage will see where they will lodge for free of charge. Maybe for a day or two. Most of their visits, it doesn't take more than 48 hours or 24 hours. They stay there free of charge and they know that, yes, this is what they have benefited from the Igbos living in Ghana. Again, our people that have accommodation problem and all that will come there at least for 2 or 3 days before they can get a out of the country, or those that come into the country in one way or the other will have accommodation of 100 rooms guest house. We will also, in the palace of the Igbo, we also have apartment there for special guests like governors and ministers, and in future I know that we the Igbos will provide president in Nigeria, and I know that the president that will rule Nigeria at time to come must be an Igbo man, and one day by the special grace of God he also going to be part of those that are going to lodge at the guest house there in Igbo village. In that Igbo village, my good brother, what I want to do there is we'll create streets there. We'll create streets that will represent the names of the ancient Igbos. We'll create the streets that will bear the name of Sambakwe Street. That's the ex-governor of Imo State. We'll create a street that will bear the name of Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe, the first president of Nigeria. We'll create a street that will bear the name of Nzogwo. We'll create a street that will bear, of course, the name of my father also, Zemaladi Henetu. And all the great Igbo leaders that they have gone, and those are present, will create streets in their name that will represent them in Igbo village in Ghana. And this Igbo village in Ghana, every Igbo man all over the world have right to come there and buy property. Either you want a plot of land or 2 plots of land to build your dream house. We're also going to build tall buildings of maybe 6th floor or 7th floor. We'll sell them flat by flat. And we will have a single entrance in this Igbo village. When you come in there, you know you're coming into Igbo village in Ghana. From there, the Igbos will expand. We will build markets there. Igbo market will represent there. Igbo school will be built there. We will create transport section there also. We will create what we call Ezigbo garden. In Igbo language, you call it Mbala Ezigbo. Ezigbo garden meaning where we create about 4 plots of land. We use 4 plots of land for that, for Ezigbo garden, where we're gonna plant yam, plant all the trees, all the leaves you can get in Igbo land. Okwa, ube, akubeke, mtoroba, oha, we're gonna also plant yam there. We'll plant ube there. We'll plant all these things so that at the time of New Year Festival of Ezigbo, we'll go to the Mbala there. We'll go to the garden there to get our New Year Festival. In there, you will see that yes, that the Igbo tradition is really represented.
Highness Dr. Ambassador Inetu, Igbo has got a very rich culture that must be encouraged. He believes the past and present leaders.
Abusha, the Igbo king. I'm on for say why are we silent? Because now me first say family. But let's do this simple education here. Abusha, chieftaincy issues. Adiebi Efan himself who Ghana Habiano is being governed by the Chieftaincy Act. Act 2008. Act 2008. Act 759. It governs the chieftaincy issues in this country. And listen, who is a chief in the first place? Anybody validly selected, nominated, and skinned or installed under the customary law. Under the customary law. That means there is a law that governs a chief or the selection of a chief or who can claim he or she is a chief. Now, let's go. Chieftaincy hierarchies. There is the National House of Chiefs, the Regional House of Chiefs, the Traditional Council, the sub-chiefs and the divisional chiefs. That is the 4th tier. And before you can join any of these 4 hierarchies, you must be gazetted first by law. By law. Listen to me very careful. So anybody can call him or herself a chief. Normal. Nana Prempe, Nana Jemai, Nana why we call ourselves those kings and chiefs. Normal. But any chiefs recognized by law must be gazetted. And the Igbo king is not gazetted in any. And let me tell you, it doesn't matter how many acres of land our budget so or develop it. It doesn't matter. The land, the custodians of the land is the chiefs. The custodians of the land is the chief. It is a pram who said that when you hona wakwateno. Nana pram hinena sasi and odi biamano. So otisu as a settler. So any moment that Nana Pram Hini feels like taking what belongs to them, they will go and take their land and they will just deport them. And they cannot own any land in this Ghana so far as the 1992 constitution is available. Uko yuka, yawa asante for hine, yawa Igbo for hine, mokoho otum for koho, asante hine represent otum for there. So the Igbo can represent the Igbos in Nigeria. That's all. Uba santimemwa yawa wangara for hine kosase for hine. That means that kosase for hine in the dimension. Can you dare? You can't dare. You can't dare. He is the overlord or the leader for the Igbo community. And Ghana, by it in my Ghana, so when the Igbos comes here, or when if they want to come here, we are willing to accept them in any form. So when they come here and they decided, say, oh, this should be our leader, look, my community because the Igbo ni di boni crime be anabibia. These people will help us fish the person out. Simple. Because bear it in mind, not all Nigerians have bad character. Some are very good. Some of them are very nice people. I have come across most Nigerians. They are very good and very nice. So not all of them. There are bad nuts in them. But what means all of them are bad? No. So they will even help us with the leadership to fish those bad ones out and deal with them. And bear it in mind, they can never claim any land in this country so far as the 1992 constitution is available. BBNC, what I say, BBNC, why?